Hello guys, welcome to your third Java tutorial. What we're going to do now, we're going to make methods. A method is just a function that you can call multiple times without rewrite that code over and over. So just to make our um, class easier to be managed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're making a static method here, static public int get integer. We have, because we're going to call this method from the main method, and the main method is a static method. We have to have this method to be static, to be referenced to it. Otherwise, it won't work. So we're just going to paste the bit of code we done before, the try and catch. And what we're going to do is we're going to change um, in here where there was a count equal integer. We're going to take that off and we're going to put return. So what this function do when it get called, this method do, is going to make it's going to run whatever is inside the method. And because here we defined int, it means that the method will return a single value that is a type integer. To do that, you have to use this statement return. And you remember here that we were using this one to pass the value into a count. Instead, now we're going to return the value from where the method is going to is called. You're gonna see that in a second. Another thing is that when you use a return statement, you have to be sure that, for example, in here, you remember that if something goes wrong while we're parsing the string into an integer, we may have an error if we write a text, some text. So what happened here if we try to return something that is not an integer, we're going to get an error. However, the method has to return a value because we define it in here. So the method expects us to return any value. So let's say that here is not going well. It will tell us there is an error. After this try and catch, we're going to write return and 0. You can write, you can return any other integer. You can put return 100, for example, but we're going to return 0, just because. So now we're going to do some changing in here, and we're going to call the method integer. So before here we were assigning 100 to the count. Instead, now what we're doing is when we want to get the value for a count, we're going to call this method getInteger. You can have any method you want, any name you want for the method. I just call it getInteger just to make it clear. So you're calling this method, which is in the same class, and it will run the method and it will return the integer we're going to type in, because we have that function that reads from the console. In case we write something wrong and it doesn't get an integer, then it will return 0, and this 0 is going to be inside the count. The good thing is that now we can change it in the second bit as well, where we were taking off 50. Instead, we're calling again the method, and now we can change what we're going to take off from the account value. So we can now read from the console twice in our with our program. So we're gonna run it now. See, everything's work. Okay. So now it's expecting us to put the value. It works exactly as before. But now you see I can change what I'm going to withdraw from our account, and this time instead of having 50 as fixed value we type in 100, and there we go, we have now £200. So this is what methods are for. You can write the method once and use it multiple times. That is very convenient, especially for longer codes, and also it make it easier to um, to edit. If you have to edit once, is edited for all the time you're gonna call it, and it's also clear to read now. So that's it for now. I'm gonna get you in the next tutorial later.